You're about to learn a 15-minute hack to get free leads from Zillow. It's the same playbook I personally use to get clients, and it's been used by hundreds of agents across North America, many of whom have matched or even surpassed my results. Gail got this training during a live webinar, and she actually started implementing it while I was still teaching. And she booked 2 appointments and locked in a signed listing the exact same day. Meanwhile, Renee, an agent in Virginia, used it to take 3 listings and pull in $30,000 in commissions in just over 8 weeks. I'm Chris Jones, founder of Guerrilla Realty, and I'm giving you the full playbook, scripts, tools, ads, even a live tutorial, 100% free. All you have to do is like this video, share it with a friend, and then comment below that you did, and I'll send you a private training link. Here's what I'm going to cover in this video. Lesson 1, how to download the free Zillow hack apps. You'll get instant access to the exact tools that I use, no cost, no fluff, just simple, effective apps that help you find and connect with hidden seller leads on Zillow in under 15 minutes. Then lesson 2, how to flip FSBOs on Zillow. I'll walk you through my step-by-step process for turning select listings on Zillow into tiny little lead farms that send you leads for free. And then lesson number 3, how to build an evergreen system by simply rinsing and repeating just once a week. You don't need to grind daily. This strategy takes under an hour per week to run, and when done consistently, it builds a reliable pipeline of seller leads while simultaneously exploding your buyer pipeline with dozens of free leads from Zillow every single week. All right, let's dive into lesson number 1, how to get all of the Zillow hack apps that you'll need in order to execute today's playbook, start getting free Zillow leads by the end of the day. So I'll share my screen to show you the apps that you're going to need. I feel like this is IKEA. You know, you open the IKEA instructions and they tell you what tools that you're going to need at the beginning. That's what this is. So here's what you're going to need. You're going to need FSBonanza. It's going to be free. Don't worry. It's a free app that we built a couple years ago. Allows you to download all the FSBO leads in your zip code. 100% free. It's super easy to use. It's one of my favorite apps. In fact, we did a full featured video here on our YouTube channel. If you want to check that out, just go to our channel, search for FSBonanza or FSBO leads, and it'll come up. I think you'll enjoy that video. Next, you're going to need Listing Cake. So Listing Cake is another free app that we built. It's going to be free. It allows you to create amazing listing videos in under 60 seconds. And you'll understand later why you need it when I begin to unpack the strategy itself. But this app is going to make you look like a pro movie producer, even if you know nothing about video editing like me, right? Then you're going to need Photo Brand or free photo branding. It's a really simple app, allows you to brand listing photos with a brilliant call to action. And then finally, I'm going to recommend that you get Hatcher. So this one is optional. It's not a need, but it will make the process simpler. So Hatcher is another free app that we built. It's an ultra minimal CRM, helps us triple our conversion rates. And I'll explain why it helps triple our conversion rates later. But I recommend Hatcher even if you already have a CRM. It can kind of be a supplemental CRM, and it'll be free today. So here's the deal. All these will be free, but we're only giving away 250 copies of FSBonanza and only 250 copies of Hatcher. So if this video has maybe already been around for a while, and you can see in the comments and in the views that all 250 copies of these have already been snagged, don't worry, don't fret. There is a free way or a guaranteed way for you to secure an extra copy of both of these apps. And the way that you do that is you want to get the in-depth training on our Zillow hack playbook. And the way that you do that, it's 100% free, won't cost you a dime. You can still get a copy of these apps for free, but all you have to do is like this video, share it with a friend who needs it, and then comment below that you did that. And my team will send you a private link to the full in-depth training. It'll be free, but it is private and it'll be available only for a limited time. But inside that training, you can secure an extra copy of both of these apps. And then there is one more tool that I strongly recommend that you get. It is called Pro Tools. So Pipeline Pro Tools, if you're not familiar with my company, Guerrilla Realty, Pro Tools is our flagship product. it is the only thing that we ever charge money for. It's a complete marketing engine for realtors. You just turn the key and get client after client after client consistently. It's just a duplicatable system you can drop into any real estate business anywhere in North America. It's incredible. It's also not very expensive. Now, this video is not a, sponsored video trying to convert you and trying to make sales. Okay. But I'd be lying to you if I told you that the playbook that I'm about to teach you, okay, I'd be lying if I told you it was just as good with or without Pro Tools. Okay. So you can do everything that I'm about to teach you with just the free stuff. However, everything will instantly become 1,000 times easier, 1,000 times more effective. And the best part is with Pro Tools, we guarantee your results. So for that reason, I do strongly recommend that you get Pro Tools, but this will be the last that you hear about it from me during this video. Now I'm just going to show you how to do this with the free stuff. So those are the apps that you need, but how do you actually get them? How do you get your hands on these apps? So the best part about our apps that we build here at Guerrilla Realty is that you don't have to download them. You don't have to put them on a device. You can actually just go online and access them anytime you want from anywhere. So I'm going to share my screen again. The easiest way to get all these tools in one simple place is to go to guerrillarealty.com/tools. And this is where we put all of our new tools when we launch them. And if you want to find out when we launch new tools, you just click this red button here, get notified when we launch new tools, enter your email address, and you'll be the very first to know. All right. So remember, you're going to need Hatcher. So you can launch Hatcher here. You're going to need Fizz Bonanza. You can launch it here. You're going to need Listing Cake, which you can launch here. And then you're going to need free photo branding. And that's it. So just launch the free apps, follow the prompts to create a free account. Or if you already have a free Guerrilla Realty account, you can just instantly access all of those apps directly from that page. You can also go directly to these apps online. They're free web apps. FizzBonanza.com, listingcake.com, photobrand.io, heyhatcher.com to access Hatcher. And there you go. There's all four of the apps that you're going to need to get started. Now in lesson number 2, I'm going to show you how to flip a Zillow listing. And of course, I'm going to explain what in the world that even means. But the long and short of it is that we're going to flip a Zillow listing, and it's going to result in a really, really warm seller appointment. And at the same time, that listing on Zillow is going to begin diverting all the Zillow leads from the Premier agent who's paying Zillow or the Flex agent who's paying Zillow and start sending them directly to you. And this is totally, totally ethical. And the minute that you see it, you're going to want to implement it right away. So to show you how flipping a Zillow listing works and what it means, I'm going to give you what we call the 40,000 foot view first. I'm going to give you the roadmap, and then I'll actually break down each of the steps step by step. So let me share my screen, how to flip a Zillow listing. And here's how it works. Pretty simple, right? So here's what we're going to do today. In step 1, we're going to call up a for sale by owner, and we're going to follow the first script. Now, let me share a word with all of the extreme introverts that we have watching this YouTube video right now. This is not scary. So as soon as I said the word script, your palms got all sweaty and you probably broke out in a rash. There's no need, okay? Even for the extreme introverts, this is going to be the first script that you ever get really excited about using and that you actually look forward to using, because it's all about helping the for sale by owner. So don't worry, I'll explain what that means in just a minute. So step 1, we're going to call up FizzBos today. You're going to download the list for free from Fizz Bonanza, and then we're going to follow the first script. This will take about 10 minutes. It really couldn't be easier. Then step 2, we're going to build an amazing listing video. We're going to build an amazing listing video because the FizzBo actually wants us to. So we're going to use Listing Cake to do this. You'll also need some kind of smartphone. So iPhone, Android, anything made in the last 10 years will be just fine. And we're going to build an amazing listing video. Now, driving out to the property, taking a bunch of, or a couple of video clips and then a bunch of photos with your iPhone or your Android, that might take about 30 minutes from start to finish, depending on how far away the property is. Then in step 3, we're going to call the FizzBo back and we're going to follow the second script. And again, even the extreme introverts watching this video are going to love this script. I'm going to actually role play for you here in just a few minutes. So follow the second script. It'll take about 10 minutes. This is phone call number 2. And then step number 4, the easiest step of all, is photo branding. So we're going to run your photos through the branding tool that I mentioned a moment ago. And we're going to brand the first photo in the Zillow lineup. And it's going to have an awesome call to action. And then, boom, presto, we've got leads. So typically speaking, you have one guaranteed hot seller lead or listing lead, and then you're going to get 13 Zillow leads. You're going to start diverting all the leads that would be going to some other agent. You're going to divert them to yourself. And typically the breakdown is about 54% of those buyers interested in the property on Zillow are also going to be selling. And about 46% of them are just first-time home buyers, or they're like a secondary mortgage, so they'll have nothing to sell. So there you go. That's the leads. The whole thing is going to cost you $0, and the whole thing is going to come in under an hour. Now, it will take, it's kind of like a slow cooker recipe. It will take about 12 to 24 hours for the whole process to work, but your actual involvement is only under an hour. And that brings us to the final lesson, lesson number 3, how to create an evergreen system that brings you listings on autopilot. And remember, it's not just about listings. Obviously, we're flipping Zillow listings. We're working with FSBOs. We're going to be the first agent that they think of when eventually they get frustrated and they want to list their property with a professional. We're going to be the first agent. I think I've already demonstrated. You guys know they're coming to me, right? I'll actually show you how to convert that into a listing appointment in just a minute. But in addition to that, we're also going to be getting loads of free buyer leads, which is kind of the whole point of this process, is that you can get those leads that a long time ago were rightfully yours anyway. You can divert them from Zillow over to your text autoresponder, and ding, 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 you're getting rung off the hook. You're going to be getting quality Zillow listings or Zillow buyer leads all day long. All right. So how do we make this evergreen? Right. So now that we flipped one listing, how do we do this multiple times over and over and over again? And so there's a couple of there's one tool that you need. I teased it earlier. It's called Hatcher, and you can find it at heyhatcher.com. Let me share my screen to show you. You can find it at heyhatcher.com. And the tagline is, this CRM does almost nothing except for convert leads into deals. And so Hatcher is a free app that we built. It is an ultra minimal CRM. And I'm just going to log in to my account here and show you how it works. Actually, just logged into my brother's account. I'm going to log into my account. So here it is. It's a really, really simple CRM. We do a whole other video to break down how to use Hatcher. Instead, I'm just going to show you how I use this process, this follow-up process in the CRM to make all of this evergreen. So the first thing that I do is I want to bring your attention to the fact that there is a automatic integration between Hatcher and FizBonanza. So if you don't want to export the CSV from FizBonanza and then import it into, which you could do that with Hatcher as well, there's a direct API integration where you can, right here from Hatcher, you can type in your zip code and it'll pull up all of the FSBO listings in that zip code. And then you can automatically import them. So you can hit select all. And then if I were to hit the green check mark, it would import them directly into Hatcher. So you can do that right away. And you immediately, even if you're just starting out with Hatcher, you immediately have leads to call. Okay. So that's step one, right? Step two would be, once you've imported all of those unreached FSBO leads into this column, then you're going to go to start the dialer in this column. Okay. And you're just going to let it call through those phone numbers until eventually you're going to get somebody on the phone. Now, here's the thing with FSBOs. They don't always answer the phone. So just let it ring until eventually somebody picks up. It shouldn't take more than a minute or two to find a live one. And when they do, you're going to execute the first phone call. So you're going to open that script. Okay. You're going to execute the first phone call and you're going to get them to let you take a video, right? Typically, I stop as soon as I get a yes. All right. If you wanted to keep going, you're welcome to. Remember, depending on how many listings or for sale by owner listings there are in your market, you may have more than enough listings to do this more than once a week. I recommend, when you're running the Zillow Hack playbook, I recommend that you do it at least one time per week, right? Most agents fail because they do this one time. It works. They take a new listing. They get all excited. They go cash their commission check and they never think about this strategy ever again. And what they should be doing is they should be rinse and repeating every single week, 50 times a year. Okay. And I've already demonstrated, just walking you through the process here, this takes less than an hour total of your involvement, even including driving out to the property, taking the photos and videos on your iPhone, uploading, creating the video with listing cake. It shouldn't take more than an hour of your involvement. And so I recommend that I've demonstrated you can do it once a week. You have the time to do it. I recommend that you just rinse and repeat one time per week. If you want to do it more than that, I'm not going to stop you. There definitely are agents out there that are doing it more than once a week, but just one time per week will make sure that you really never get to the end of your FSBO list. By the time you're getting close to the end of your FSBO list, new FSBOs are going to come on the market, and you can just sync them with Hatcher so that they come into your CRM automatically. And then you just call them up as they come in and you ask them if you can take a video of their property. They almost always say yes. Okay. Now, once you've gotten them to say yes to a video, now we've bribed them, right? So we're going to move them over to the bribe column, and we're going to do phone call number 2 once we get them in this column, right? So phone call number 2, you already know what it is. That's where we pitch them on the whole idea of doing the free photo branding, right? And yep, that's called 2. And then we do the photo brand, and then we're back to Hatcher, and we're going to do a simple text message follow-up twice a week. That's it. So we just shift into text mode, and all we do, you can literally copy and paste the exact same text message, or you can, add a little variety to it. But I'm just texting them twice a week, and I'm going to say, hey, first name, have you had any bites yet? That's it. Hey, first name, how's it going? Have you had any bites yet? Hey, first name, how's it going? Have you had any offers yet? And I'm just going to ask them, I'm going to literally text them twice a week just to check in on them, let them know, hey, I'm not bothering you. I just want to check in on you, see how things are going. Because here's the deal. FSBOs always get frustrated, or almost always get frustrated before the house actually sells. Okay. The majority of FSBOs that actually sell, did you guys know that they're closely held? So they're actually sold. They're not marketed. Most marketed FSBO properties end up converting to a listing long before the house actually sells. Most FSBOs that actually sell, and the reason why people believe they can do it, is they're selling to a close friend or family member, and there are no realtors involved. And so they're just making a quick transaction. So most FSBOs never sell as a FSBO. They end up getting converted to a listing. So all you have to do is stay in touch. They know you're a marketing expert. They know you're incredible. They know that you do what you say. You're honest, you're reliable, etc. And so all you have to do is text them, okay, twice a week, just to see how they're doing. And eventually they're going to hit you back and they're going to say, honestly, Chris, I'm getting really frustrated. I don't know what to do. Can you tell me what you would do if you were in my shoes? Right. And because I've never asked them to come and list their property with me, they're willing to actually trust what I say, because I've only been interested in what's good for them, not just what's good with me, good for me, like what most realtors do. Okay. So start with the unreached, move them over to the bribe column where we've flipped the Zillow listing. We've done the listing cake tour. We've done the photo brand. We flipped the thing, which meanwhile, we're getting blown up with leads on Zillow while we wait for this thing to convert. Like, I'm not even sure if I want to take the listing, because it means it'll be, my photo branding will be taken down off of Zillow when I convert the listing. But then convert the listing, we'll move them over to client. Okay. And then we're just waiting until we can move them over to closing. Okay. So it's really easy to make this evergreen. I recommend that you get Pro Tools so that you can import those listings automatically, and it will instantly build you a single property website in addition to a text autoresponder code. It'll do all that for you automatically. It'll just handle it seamlessly. So you don't have to futz around with all this stuff. So I recommend that you get Pro Tools. That'll be the first step to making it evergreen. Then import the leads here to Hatcher. You can use the direct integration, which is found here under the gear icon. Go to the Fizz Bonanza import, type in your zip code, and you're good to go. And then start making the calls the exact way that I. And then what I recommend is to truly make it evergreen. If you're going to do this one time per week, just assign a day that is your Zillow hack day, right? So it could be Monday through Friday, any day of the week. Just set that aside on your calendar that this is my Zillow hack day. So that morning, you're going to start making calls. As soon as somebody says yes to the video, you spend the rest of the day getting everything done the right way, following my process. And then you call them back and you get them to flip the Zillow listing. You're not going to get them to flip the Zillow listing 100% of the time, but it's going to be really close. It's going to be like 99% of the time. If for some reason you're not getting a ton of yeses, you're probably doing it wrong. Leave a comment below and let me know how successful you've been in getting appointments, taking videos, etc. And if you have any questions, because I read every comment and I'd love to help you guys out with that. So that's lesson number 3, how to turn this evergreen. You just need a couple more tools. I recommend Hatcher. And then, of course, actually getting Pro Tools, which I don't have here on my screen anymore, but getting Pro Tools will be a huge step in the right direction. Also, remember, I do a complete 1-hour training. If this felt like a lot of moving parts or it was really hard to keep up with, I do a complete in-depth 1-hour training on the Zillow hack where I basically break down the entire playbook with every little step by step. And if you want that, I'll give it to you for free. All you have to do is like this video, share it with a friend, and then comment below that you did that. And we will send you a private link that will allow you to get access directly to that training for a limited amount of time. And I think you'll enjoy that. So there we go. That's it. The full breakdown of my 15-minute hack to get free leads from Zillow. And if you made it this far, I just want to say thank you for watching. It means a lot. Now, if you want the in-depth training, including the full swipe file, all the apps, tools, scripts, templates, the entire playbook itself, here's what to do. Like this video, share it with a friend who needs more clients, and then drop a quick comment below that says shared, and I'll send you a private link to access everything. There's no course, no upsell, just real tools that actually work. And if you want more free strategies like this to get consistent real estate clients, make sure you subscribe to the channel before you go. I've got more videos coming that'll show you exactly how to grow your business without wasting money on ads or buying leads. See you in the next one. Look, we've doubled our real estate business 3 times since 2019. If you want the full breakdown, exact scripts, step-by-step processes, and our brand new tool, drop a comment below.
No gimmicks, no paywalls. We're sending it completely free because we know it works.
Just type send it in the comments and we'll get it to you ASAP.
And if this was helpful, stick with us. We're dropping more strategies twice a week. Hit subscribe so you don't miss what's next.